The little fairy held a broken branch in both hands, then closed her eyes and performed magic. The branch miraculously recovered. She has the face of an angel, the horns of an ox, and the wings of an eagle. Her name is Maleficent, and she's the guardian here. Waving her proud wings every day, she soars through the marsh forest, full of wonderful animals and elves. It is hard to imagine that such a sunny fairy will become a fearsome witch when she grows up, killing decisively, cold-blooded and ruthless, turning the originally vibrant forest into a dead demon domain. And all her changes came from a human boy. On this day, when the boy was stealing in the forest, he was caught by the elves. This was the first time Maleficent saw a human. Although the elves and humans were at odds, she was kind-hearted and did not hurt the boy. She asked him to hand over the stolen gems and sent him out of the forest. Before leaving, the boy pointed to the castle in the distance and then told Maleficent that although I am still a poor boy, I will live there and become its master in the future. The boy also said that his parents had died and he was now the only one left. Maleficent, after hearing this, she felt the same way, because she was also an orphan.
What's wrong?
As they shook hands and parted, Maleficent was scalded by the boy's ring. She told the boy that iron things will burn the elf. The boy did not hesitate to take off the ring and throw it away. The boy's decisiveness warmed Maleficent's heart. Although he was destitute, he threw away the most valuable things on his body for himself. Her heart was moved. In this way, a small thief who had intended to steal precious stones obtained something more precious than precious stones. From then on, the boy often came to visit Maleficent. The two played in the forest and played together every day. The hatred of humans and elves was left behind by them. As time went by, their friendship gradually turned into another kind of affection. On Maleficent's birthday, the boy kissed her and told her it was true love's kiss. But is this really the case? In a twinkling of an eye, Maleficent grew into a beautiful and powerful elf goddess. She soared into the sky, despised the sky, and took on the responsibility of protecting the Moor forest. The boy grew up but was addicted to chasing power and never came to see her again. The original kiss of true love was just a lie. At the same time, the brutal human king, because he coveted the treasures and beauty of the forest, launched a war against the Moor kingdom and killed him with a mighty army. Maleficent fight alone, without fear. She angry at human aggression, but ridiculed by all soldiers. The king ordered the army to attack, and Maleficent summoned a huge tree spirit and led the way into the enemy camp. Facing the powerful elven army, the human armor was like paper. Even the king was knocked down by Maleficent, and the human army had to retreat. Since then, the old king has been seriously ill and knows that his time is running out. He gives the last order that anyone who can kill Maleficent can inherit his throne and marry the princess. After hearing this, the attendant on the side knew that his chance had come. He was the boy who abandoned Maleficent in order to pursue his right. Late at night, he ran back to the woods alone and met Maleficent again. Facing the man he once loved deeply, Maleficent relented and forgave him for leaving without saying goodbye. The two of them snuggled up to each other, and everything seemed to go back to the past, but the man's mouth, the deceiving ghost, the unguarded Maleficent drank the drugged water and soon passed out. At this time, the man took out the dagger. He was going to kill Maleficent, probably with a trace of conscience left. He finally couldn't do it. At this moment, he looked at Maleficent's huge wings and picked up a piece of iron chain. When Maleficent woke up from the coma, she found that the man she loved was no longer there, and her wings disappeared together. She knew that she had been betrayed by the one she loved. Looking at her empty back, she couldn't help but be heartbroken. Maleficent wailed in despair. Although her physical injuries can be healed, the deception and betrayal of her beloved really make her fall into the abyss. In order to find out what happened, Maleficent rescued a crow from a farmer and turned it into a human form to act as his eyeliner. The crow flew to the castle of the human kingdom, saw the man succeed in inheriting the throne, and married the daughter of the old king. Knowing that the man had done this to himself for the right, Maleficent became angry, and evil and hatred began to sprout in her heart. Maleficent returned to the forest with the pace of hatred, because her blackening also brought shadow here. More Kingdom no longer has bright spring scenery, but has become a lifeless country. Maleficent, there is no killing of humans, because she is waiting for a perfect opportunity for revenge. Until this day, Crow brought a piece of good news. The Love Rat King and the Queen gave birth to a lovely princess. A grand birthday ceremony was being held. 3 defecting elves scrambled to give the princess their blessings in order to please the king. But suddenly a gust of evil wind blew. Maleficent came uninvited, dressed in a black robe, holding a magic wand, a powerful aura to calm everyone. He came to avenge the King of Love Rat, and the way he chose was to cast the most vicious curse on the little princess who was still in her infancy.